Hello everyone and welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 17. This is the lower bracket semifinals. We're playing between Puppy and NoFun here. Soban versus Galzian, very fun. Although I gotta say, it's unusual. NoFun's definitely a Soban main himself. He has the pick second, so he must have something in mind here. He's gonna ban the Shallows, and Puppy will ban Tight End Passage and grab Galzian territories for game 1. Then we're gonna move on to the Boneyard and Firebase Krill. Pretty stock standard picks here for NoFun. It's gonna be Kartoba and Canyon Outpost to round it out at the end. So we'll see how this goes. NoFun's gonna be our red player for today's replays. And it looks like Puppy already gonna be going for the long distance miners over here. You love to see it. I think he's planning on the carry production LAV spam here, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And for NoFun's build, he's held on to that base runner as well. Might be planning on dropping down an early scanner for the vision there. Help him to do his ref mode with a little bit less risk. Oh, it's actually SC first. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected. Normally when people play like this opening here, they're planning on doing the LAV spam. Kind of a dumb scanner though for NoFun, I think. Because it's too far out for people to think, oh, he put this down at the beginning and then retired. But it doesn't really give you any vision. Like, it'd be a lot better to drive the base runner out, put the scanner down, like, right on this weird box that doesn't exist in the map. What is that, by the way? And then you get vision on your opponent's carrier and you can kind of see what he's doing. It's a very odd scanner placement. We do have ref mode coming out, though, and it's going to be Sandscreamer Feb right after that, so that's good. He's not being inordinately greedy here. But, like, okay, here's the thing. So if he had a scanner here and he saw the support cruiser, he could be greedy, right? He could, like, cancel Sandskimmer Fab and just go for, like, more salvagers. So, already, this is kind of losing him something. Anyway, we do have carry production about to finish. LAVs are starting to hit the field. Sandskimmers are starting to hit the field, so it looks like the early game is pretty much over without too much being said. Just a nice, simple macro here. Macro start for both of these players. We do need 2 PC. Oh, yep, and there it is. It's queued up for NoFun. Very nice. And we want to see him grab a tech choice as well. And railguns kind of feels like the always get thing on this map, but I mean, assault ships are good too, and I think people kind of underestimate how well they can do even on an open map like this. A nice trade for the skims here real quick. You have to fall back as these LAVs come up to support though. This guy's getting rinsed actually. He's way too aggressive right here with this one. Actually gonna die too, that's not ideal. And now it's a localized like 4v2 here. NoFun actually pulling this guy back a little bit too far I would say, but pretty good trade for NoFun. Remember, he's doing this off of 1 PC, and his opponent has the double production line, so Puppy should be winning this, but he's clearly just kind of not. Looks like the tech choice is going to be railguns here. We do have that second PC pop out for NoFun. Second support cruiser is already done here for Puppy, so both players can move up to 3 base pretty quick. And we have Assault Pack done with damage 1 finished as well, so these LAVs are quite a bit more scary since last time we saw them. Scanner's gonna get deployed. Now, if NoFun is watching, he'll see that that damage upgrade is finished. But one never knows such things. It's hard to tell. Railgun Fab is on the queue here for Puppy, so it looks like both players want a handshake on that one. We do have Armor 1 actually finishing for NoFun, but Puppy has damage too, so I think that those LAVs are still pretty scary. And Railgun Armor 1 coming out, so that tells me it's gotta be Assaults. Yep, here they are. And he's gonna want to try to use these to push out the LAVs. That would actually make sense then why he's not getting Sandskimmer damage, because you kinda want the Assault Rails to be doing most of the damage in this fight. And Rail Armor 1 is actually pretty impactful against these LAVs, especially when they get that damage up. You've got to do something to, like, stop these from just being paper thin. Wants to keep those skims up in front, though, and this hill is quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate for him there. He does have the base runner for the heal, though, so you got to keep that in mind. And it looks like he's just going to take this fight right up in his opponent's face here. Base runner heal is going to be used, but it's kind of late. And these Assault Rails just instantly get rinsed there. Sandskimmer's not really able to do anything in that fight. Yeah, that hill right there, you can kind of see it here, but if you turn the camera, it's a bit more obvious. That was really unfortunate for NoFun. Still, though, we're fighting under carrier now, so that's good for NoFun. And it looks like on the fadeaway, he is going to get some units here, so... Gonna even things up a little bit is NoFun, but still, that's a pretty unfortunate trade for him to have taken. Does have his 3-base setup, though, so that's good. Check the units lost tab here, it kind of tells the whole story, right? Pretty even on the CUs, but 110 RUs makes a big difference there. And it's going to be fighter and gunship tech, actually, for Puppy. He had railgun tech, but he's going to choose to just kind of forgo that. Note that he has, like, 0 float of RUs. That's actually really impressive, so I like to see that. And by the way, that's because he doesn't have these salvagers here. I just want to highlight that, because I think people need to do that more often. Don't fill out those RU cells till you need them. Although this would probably be about the time. Like, I would cancel this next wave of LAVs and start getting my RU cells, because fighter and gunship is going to be quite expensive. But missile ship fab for NoFun. Look at that read. That's really impressive. He's getting carry systems 1 as well, just for like the extra defensive capability. Base runner heal should be used here. There it is. Sandskimmers need to throw in now that the assaults are getting jumped on. Oh, this actually looks like a really good fight for NoFun. Popular getting a little too overconfident. He's kind of just jumping into all of NoFun's defensive tools there at the same time. I mean, I guess it'd be worse if it was on top of carrier, but there's not much more that he could have done to take damage than that. We do have the RU cells getting filled out now, though. And this, to me, looks like a target-rich environment for the gunship. I think that would be a really good call here. But again, missile ship fab is done, so you're gonna have to keep your eyes on that. I don't expect NoFun will build any until he can, like, get some scouting on them, but... Which is, by the way, that's what he was doing with these 2 skims, but he saw the support cruiser here, which has been unfortunate for him. If I were him, I would have just moved straight over here and try and figure it out, but... The tack stack! The tack stack! Oh no! Could it be? Could it truly be? It's possible. We're gonna get honor guards on the queue here. Now that's really gonna shut down this LAV play pretty handily, I would say. And these skins are just kind of feeding in here. They don't want to be doing that. Big Sword heal gonna be used to just try and get him back into the fight as quickly as possible, but it's a bit of a suboptimal usage there. Ideally, you want to use Base Runner heal when your units are like being attacked rather than after they're attacked to heal them up. By the way, double Base Runner here. That's crazy. So he wants to actually use the Base Runners. He wants to use the Base Runners as combat units here, which we don't see very often. It's pretty hype, actually. Honor Guard fab is finished, so I expect we'll see one of those pretty quickly. He's making a PC right now, but... Yeah, this is where you want your Base Runners with your army, though, isn't it? He can use them, like, I would use the heal right now anyway, just to try and keep the salvagers alive. Looks like they actually weren't getting targeted there. By the way, the Sandskimmers actually now have the upgrade advantage here, so they're getting strong. Still certainly not, you know, at parity with the unit numbers there. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, and this base is just kind of left out to dry as well. But, NoFun actually does have the upgrade lead, so that's going to help him a lot in these future fights here. Loses 2 salves on the 3rd there, which is a bit unfortunate. He is floating a bit of RUs right now, so he could do to, like, drop these guys off and then go have them mine CUs. Missile ships are coming out? Wow, so he seems to know, and sure enough, this is going to be a tack stack. That's a good read, because it's only LAVs on the field, so probably air is coming, right? And, you know, it's not like these things are great at fighting LAVs, but at least they can contribute a little bit. Here come the bombers. Honor Guard is out, but it wasn't able to shoot there for the carrier block, and NoFun is kind of feeding in his Sandskimmers now. There we go, now it's making itself known. And it's gonna start racking up the kills real quick here too. This is a target-rich environment for the Honor Guard cruiser. Oh, but the bombers are just gonna come say no to it. Oh no. He's got it moving, which is good. That's gonna reduce the damage he takes a bit, but yeah, there's the kill. And I think that bomber escapes as well. Oh man. Second Honor Guard pops though. Oh, and the missile barrage is amazing actually. That one got 5 kills, that one got none, but yeah, whatever. Pareto distribution, you know? Wow, the missile ship barrage is amazing there. Okay, NoFun's gotta be kind of swirling though. Swirling? Does that make any sense what I'm saying there? He's gotta like try to figure out what to do about these bombers, and it's gonna be Honor Guard anti-air, which I think is not a bad call, but I think he just needs a lot more missile ships and like keep them out in the front or something. It's gonna be tough to keep those Honor Guards alive. This is a late war OKW simulator, right? You have all this nice armor, but it just keeps getting killed by bombers. Okay, Honor Guard anti-air is done. Still, though, I really don't like this Honor Guard being, like, in front of the missile ships even, or at least just, like, close to them. You want to keep it behind and have them, like, screen for it, which is easier said than done, but that's gonna be what it comes down to here. Otherwise, the bomber will kill that, and then you're gonna lose another fight here. Oh, and don't move up close to the hill here either. That's really bad. Oh, gosh, what is he doing? The bright side, though, is that, like, actually the Sandskimmer count is starting to reach parity with the LAVs here. And, again, he does have the upgrade lead as well. He's finishing damage, too, here, as Puppy still needs to get armor, too. Here come the bombers. Anti-air mode, turn on. Too late, it's not going to get any shots off. Might lose a bomber this time. Oh, 30 HP left on that one. Nasty. Yeah, like, if anti-air mode was turned on, at least you'd be causing some bombers to die for this. And by the way, bomber really does not want to be used against Sandskimmers here, so this is not great. But NoFun is strike. Oh, if they stand still, it could work. Yeah, not if they're moving, though. You really don't want to use bombers against Sandskimmers. But yeah, NoFun manages to strike back. He takes out a support cruiser over there on that side. He's got another Honor Guard out for what it's worth. Base runner heal, and then take the fight. No, he didn't use heal there, so he'll be able to leverage that advantage. But he does get one artifact out. That's going to give him some carrier power. Hard to use the carrier in this situation, though, because obviously these railguns here are kind of just going to say no to it. Assault railgun doing its thing. You'll have to see it. The assault rails haven't been super impactful this game so far, but oh my gosh, that's a lot of sources of AoE right there. He kind of dodges that one, gets hit by the Honor Guard though. Anyway, but I was gonna say, like, that was a good use of it right there. 10 to 13 now on the Sandskimmer to LAV counts, and I think that NoFun just kind of needs to keep building more of them, but you can see he wants to have these missile ships out. The thing is, though, you really got to keep those missile ships in front of the Honor Guards if you're going to make that work. Yeah, and we got another kill on that last engagement. Honor Guards are pretty decent against railguns, too. I mean, I'd say that a lot of rails will beat the Honor Guard, obviously, but if there's just a couple of them like this, it's really hard to push out at this stage. And NoFun's starting to build those heavy railguns up into his force as well, so that's going to be pretty good also. It's going to be Battlecruiser Fab, though, as an answer to the Honor Guards. Oh, and I love that, actually. That is so good. Because, you know, eventually your opponent's going to have so much anti-air that you can't really get it done with the bombers. And so then you say, okay, well, now I'm going to have Battlecruisers that can hit your Honor Guards instead. And we'll just save the bombers for a time when the anti-air melts away. That's actually a really good play. I like that a lot. NoFun wants to try for this again on the eco, but it's not quite going to work for him that time. Bomber's gonna come in for a run here, but if anti-air gets turned on, they die. Anti-air, please turn on. he's got that ability, but he just never turns it on. It's not going to do much for him. So, one bomber does actually end up dying there anyway, but one bomber for one honor guard, you'll take that. Especially because, like, at this point, Puppy actually kind of needs the pop cap. That sounds funny, but that's probably why he launched there. Is like, well, I need to do something with these things. Honor guard making itself felt again. Railguns are up here in a pretty interesting position. I think that they're too close to the hill there. They kind of want to be back here. But it looks like NoFun's not going to try and push on this. Double battle cruiser is still coming out, so that's going to make things more difficult for NoFun for sure. That gives him a lot of like frontline potential as well, where he can start pushing these across the hill, but you do want to be careful. There's a lot of heavy railguns out here, and you could lose them for sure. I just want to highlight EMP rounds actually as a possibility. Battle cruisers love to use that smoke ability and try and stop you from getting anything done with that. If you can just EMP them, like stun lock them after they're done with the smoke, though, you can kill them off usually without too much of a hassle. So heavy railgun EMP is actually a pretty good call here. One railgun gets picked, by the way, by the sand skimmers. That's unfortunate. Maybe it was even two. Yeah, it was two railguns just then. You're gonna feel that, alright? I mean, that certainly hurts. But with the two battle cruisers out here, it's not the end of the world. And NoFun, by the way, teching wide now. He's getting into assault ship fab here. We'll see what he plans to get with that. I imagine it's gonna be siege, but it might be interceptors to try and deny the bombers from, like, mobility. But I don't know. That seems a bit overkill to me. Then again, you know, Galzian Air is actually pretty good against... Excuse me. Oh, the hiccups. Against the battle cruisers. Not the interceptors. They won't really do anything, but the bombers. But, you know, it would be a while before we see that. This is gonna be a long one, though, right? I mean, we still have a lot of time, so it's possible that that's what NoFun is thinking. But yeah, there it is. It's gonna be siege instead. Oh, he cancels it, though. Not sure what he wants. Huge float by Puppy, by the way. Huge float by both players. Oh, dear. Honor Guard's not in position, crucially, here. And the railguns are kind of getting rinsed, and now the battle cruisers get up onto the field. One Honor Guard is going to fall immediately. Anti-air still needs to be turned on here. Anti-air still not turned on. Oh, shoot, he doesn't know about that yet. Never mind. That's me being stupid. Carrier kind of just has to get out of here. This is a very dangerous place for your carrier to be staying in. Bomber's going to land on the battle cruiser, or sorry, the Honor Guard, but it's not going to get the kill there, but that second one should. And anti-air still not being turned on here. Yeah, it was just never turned on. Carrier is getting routed here. And now we're in a very interesting situation. I mean, Savant battlecruisers can't hurt sand skimmers, not really. Well, I mean they can, but not very well. You should actually drive in here and just kill off the railguns. Like, you don't need to worry about these skims taking too much damage. And for NoFun, you're kind of scrambling to try and get an answer to these BCs, but like in the meantime, you know, you can pick off the railguns, which is going to be what he does. Now, you don't want to have them trade against the BCs because they really don't do anything here. Instead, just kind of drive through and do something else. But Puppy is actually targeting the sand skimmers with the BCs, which is sort of terrible. Use the smoke. Oh, this one goes down before it can smoke. And a couple AAVs being built now, actually, just to try and hold off those sand skimmers there. NoFun could probably do with allocating that missing power to just heal his carrier up here, but you know, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. We do have Rail Armor 3 coming out, which is always pretty sexy. And again, he strikes here at the third, and this is, I think, what the skims wanted to be doing. Gonna just rinse all these salvagers right here. Sees the AVs, chooses to back away, but he's definitely got his damage worth already. Looks like he'll actually stay for the support cruiser and there's no smoke, so, you know, fair play, he's gonna get that. I'm really starting to get nervous about the fact that he still hasn't healed his carrier, though. That's gonna come back to haunt him, I reckon. As someone who's very good at throwing his carrier, and someone who also sees 4 battle cruisers on the field, seeing this Galzian carrier frontlining at like 666, Anyway, at this much health is not good. Like, that's really dangerous. You want to be careful with that. Railguns, by the way, need to start splitting here to dodge the bomb. Oh no, the bomber. It wanted to target the base runner, but now it's just sort of like circling for nothing. That was actually a good play to like stop the extract there. No, this carrier! Is this just game over? No fun. Puppy, you see this carrier, don't you? You've got to be hitting this. Okay, yeah, he's gonna target it now. Oh, he lost vision on the carrier. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking close there. Jeez Louise. To be fair though, these BCs are really hitting above their weight class right now. And, I mean, partly that's because this carrier just never got healed up, so, I mean, it's not really able to contribute to this fight very much. The Sand Skimmers all kind of fill out as well. You kind of need to, like, sack this group to just kill off any railguns that are still out there, because this is do or die right now for NoFun. He is on 4 out of 5 on the artifact score, so that's great, but, yeah, very, very close to losing his carrier there. Man, that was scary. And this is still kind of a close game. I mean, I don't know. Main base is starting to mine out, by the way. Oh my gosh. So Puppy is on 1 base income at the moment. But I think that kind of favors him because he has more army on the field right now. So if NoFun needs to like replace it, he's going to run out faster. Carrier just getting itself healed up here. I think he probably wants to save for like power 5, but it's kind of hard to justify not getting railguns here to protect yourself from the BC threat. And now that the AAVs are here, the Skims kind of lost their window to do any damage against the railguns. Oh, this carrier's still kind of low here. BC heal? It's not going to use the heal ability there. We haven't seen that used once so far, so that's really quite unfortunate. Sand Skimmers here trying to trade in against the railguns, but they are getting kind of hosed. Still though, 2 BCs fall, there's only 1 left. But the AVs are up on top of the railguns now. Railguns for Puppy are mostly going to... Well, no, he's still got 1 left there. And this carrier finally going to start powering up the weapons here. I would power up the AP bullets, I think you need them right now. He's just kind of got this as his hard point, trying to keep his salvagers alive, but... There's kind of nothing left to answer the railguns here. By the way, Base Runner did get picked off on that fight. It looks like Puppy was... Oh wait, no, it didn't. Oh, it's still out here. Okay, that's actually pretty good for NoFun then. Yeah, I would power down the healing here because you're not really at risk of losing the carrier yet, and you need to like do damage to this blob as fast as possible. This is getting bad. By the way, Base Runner heal could be used here. Should be being used here. But the Sand Skimmers just kind of have to throw in against those railguns and, you know, AVs don't heed their bullets. They're fake. Really got to power down the healing and speed here to get those weapons going and kill off those AVs, though. Oh man, this is getting really intense. I mean, it kind of looks like an army wipe, and now it's just railguns here to try to fight the Skimmers, which is not really what Puppy wants to see. And note that this is potentially the game-winning artifact. That base runner did not fall. Oh gosh, this one is really coming down to the wire. We got a couple AVs building now, that's good. But it looks to me like Puppy's read is like, well, maybe I can just kill this carrier before the extract comes out, but... NoFun should not let this happen. You just kind of run away, power up the speed, power up the speed, power up the speed. You should power up the speed. Okay, there we go, there we go. Jeez. Definitely played it a little close to the wire right there. But yeah, support, you know, despite Phoenix Yo's best efforts, the support cruiser is not going to stop the base runner. And that is going to be game. Man, what an intense one there to start off the series. Jeez. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's game 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be a good one. Alright, well that's NoFun taking it. Let's jump into game 2. So back and forth there. I want to check the units lost tab here real quick. What a blood! I mean, look at that. Oh gosh. Okay. Game 2 here, gonna be on the Boneyard. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good already. Well, thanks for stopping by, Cal. We'll see you later. One cow to another. Well, if NoFun was expecting an easy series, that probably would have rattled him a little bit. This one's gonna be intense. I know, right? Well, hey, Shrike, how you doing? You just missed Cow Schmau. By the way, scoreline is 1-0 favoring NoFun, but man, that was a close game. It's gonna be a good one. Looks like it's SC first once again here for Puppy, Ref mode first once again for NoFun. Still a really weird scanner placement, but there it is. And again, like, if NoFun knew that his opponent was doing eco like this by having a better scanner placement, he could get away with, like, canceling Sandskimmer Fab and just going more greedy, but bad placement's gonna get him punished. And it looks like another nice, quiet opening here. It's gonna be AVs this time from Puppy. See if NoFun tech switches or if he just goes with the railguns again. Or tech switches. If he changes his tech. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Wait a minute, I'm missing combat. Oh no, it's just this freaking scanner. That doesn't count, that doesn't count. And yeah, sure enough, it's gonna be a change in tech, so we're gonna have Assault Chips versus AVs here. AVs will hit the field first, as they are wont to do. We do have that second PC coming out, I think. Oh no, we don't. Uh-oh. Oh well. Stream on delay? Yeah, it's always a little bit on delay, but not too much, I don't think. LAV going to fall here, but that's probably small potatoes. It's obviously the AAVs that are going to be the story of this game. Actually, is the LAV going to fall? Maybe it won't. The ALM is here to support, and the AAV is going to pop out. Wow. Well, never mind. They tried. They tried. Go ahead and get that thing healed up if you want, but it's not exactly the most important thing for that one single LAV to be at max health. No, I haven't. I don't have any plans to either. We have second PC finally on the queue here now. And armored units are done, so yeah, I was gonna say, you should probably cancel Sandskimmer armor text there and just go for the armored units there. He's gonna get his first assault chips out on the field here. Now, armor versus armor is tough in DOK, because it really comes down to like how well the Coalition player's smoke micro is, and it sort of feels in that sense that the Gaussian player doesn't have a huge amount of agency to decide whether he's gonna win or not. I mean, right now he just literally can't decide to win because it's, you know, 1 versus 4, but... but you get what I'm saying. As you get more armored unit defenses levels, though, the assault ships start to hit above their weight a little bit more. You bumped into A game. Oh, is it a 1v1 game? I mean, like, what sort of a game is it? By the way, carrier kind of waffling here. There we go. But yeah, I would click on armored unit defenses too, because you're gonna wanna fight that AAVs, or you're gonna have to fight those AAVs eventually, and having the armored unit defenses is gonna be a big change there. I see, and you got paired up with A game. That's crazy. Did he rinse you, or did you rinse him? Because if you tell me anything else happened other than one of you rinsing the other one, I won't believe you. Looks like AV's trying to make their poke over here on this flank, and NoFun a little bit slow to respond. Looks like he's heading over there now. But this is good for Puppy right now. Again, those AVs hit the field first, and he's going to have the field control for a while. That's going to get him set up on 3 base faster. Let's check the smoke micro, though, because he really wants to be careful about how he takes this fight. Oh, you were just spectating. Ah, I see, I see. Well, pretty good so far. See, that was a really good smoke, cutting off some of those assault ships. He managed to get a 1 for 0. And he just wants to delay right now, just make it take as long as possible for NoFun to get back. You bet on the obvious top boy? Good, good. And I'm sure that he smashed his opponent, right? Obviously. Yeah, this AV didn't really have any business pushing in there. Better to keep that threat and just kind of have it posted out here. Because normally what your opponent will do is like get one of his PCs there and then move the carrier to try to break the block, and then you can sort of jump in and be annoying. But NoFun still not on his 3 base, or his 2 base. Definitely not on his 3 base. There we go, he's going to start getting that set up. Self-smoke didn't come out in time though, so that one's going to die. And it looks like the AV is just going to have to walk out now. But, I mean, hey, they got a lot of value here. I mean, this is really good for Puppy, who, by the way, has been taking BCs this whole time, so... You know, he wants to buy time, and that's gonna be pretty valuable, the time that he was able to buy here. We do have Interceptor Fab finished. Always kind of sad if you have to use the Interceptors against AVs here, but it might end up happening. And they're not great against battle cruisers, like I said in the last game. They have like 2 packets, I think. It might even be 3. Yeah, 2. And battle cruisers have a lot of armor, so the Interceptors actually really just don't do a whole lot of damage to them. So you're gonna need to get precision bombers before you can finish those things off. And like I said, kind of sad to have to use them against AAVs, but he really needs to break this hold and get up on his 3 base as soon as he can, so I don't blame him there. Just trying to kind of make it cost something for his opponent to be out here. Afterburner tech, though, I'm definitely going to disagree with, because I don't think he needs it yet. It's kind of just a bad habit, I think, that Galcian players have of just always getting Afterburner whenever they pick up air units. In this case, it's probably just not going to return much value. Probably just wants to keep hooting on these 2 AVs over here. We do have a missile battery on the queue, and then it's 2 BCs, and that's when things are going to change. This base needs to be temporarily evacuated, of course. This push is going to be very strong. That's what happens when you tech switch, but... that's fine, just as long as he does actually evacuate it. He has smoke, to be fair, so maybe he wants to wait for a little bit more mining. They're gonna wait until the very last minute. We'll pick up as much spice as they can. Dune reference. But here comes that first BC, and that should make it pretty difficult for NoFun to push in here, so he's gonna back away. And it looks like NoFun, on the other hand, does manage to push off the AVs from his 3rd base, so he's going to be able to take that position now. Second BC about to finish. And it is going to be precision bombers. Okay, I like that. That's what I wanted to see. It's really fun to see like the air versus BCs dynamic, and you don't get to watch it very often. So this is pretty hype for me. Interceptors are gonna die, by the way. That second one had no business falling. The first one was kind of unfortunately stuck in there. But again, like I said, Afterburner not really paying many dividends here. And it's going to be railguns for Puppy. Yeah, a good amount against interceptors, but not really against bombers. We're going to have to see how well these missile batteries do when they meet the big boys. Oh, that's kind of cute. 370 for interceptor. It's like exactly 740 when they kill their second one. Not that. Imagine if Afterburner affected bombers. Yeah, it's not that Veteran Scene DOK actually does, you know, anything, but still, it's interesting to think about. Ammo capacity upgrade coming up too. You like to see it. You like to see it. And if I were NoFun, I would probably wait till I have like 3 of them and then just kill off the anti-air in one fell swoop, and then you can say, okay, now you better leave because it's just gonna get worse from here. But I guess what he's worried about is that like BCs and Jaraci are pretty quick, and they coming, so you need to be careful about that. Does it increase accuracy? No, it does sort of indirectly increase their damage because they make their pass faster, but it doesn't increase their damage or their accuracy. And then recharge upgrade is probably also prescribed here. Yeah, I'd say time to launch those bombers. This is getting pretty close now. Oh gosh, I don't like holding on to them this long. Recharge upgrade? I mean, your entire army is bombers, so it would not be bad to get that. Oh, now the BC is already hitting the carrier. Okay, we're finally getting our launch, but like this carrier is just getting shredded. Oh man. Yeah, that was really like abnormally late there on the bombers. Okay, you gotta go now. No time to like rally point outside the map. You just gotta get in there. Oh man, this is not going well. See, this is why like he needed time to be able to clear out the anti-air defenses with that first salvo. And the BC is still alive. Is he gonna get the kill on this volley? It lost target! He doesn't have vision on the carrier anymore. Oh my gosh. Smoke gonna be deployed there. Oh. But the bombers are falling because the anti-air net is like on top of the carrier here. You never like to see that. Oh man, yeah, NoFun's gonna GG. Oh, what a waste. Like, what he should have done was when he had 3 bombers, go out there and kill off the missile batteries and then dock, right? Because now there's currently no threat against the carriers, so you're totally fine. This is back when the BCs were like out here, he could have been doing this. So you kill off the missile batteries and then you dock, and then you say, okay, on my next salvo I'm gonna come kill these BCs, so you better just get out of here, right? And then the BCs have to regroup with more anti-air, and then that anti-air gets killed by the next salvo, or sortie, right? Now you're really starting to play with bombers. That was not it. Oh man. Unfortunate air control strikes again. So, scoreline is 1-1. Here we go on Firebase Crew. And it looks like Puppy probably playing the same strat again. Yep. Looks like everything's the same over on that side. But for NoFun, we are going to have a bit of a switch up in this game. He's going to retire that base runner. And it looks like, actually, his plan is to be very aggressive here. I like to see it. I like to see it. Sandskimmers are on the queue already. We only have the 5 at the home base, so he's going to really prioritize this rush here. Going to try and do as much damage as he can in the early game. And his opponent's gone SC first every game, so that's actually a pretty nice call, I think. You know, just mix it up and try and attack some other strat that he's doing. That's 2 PC already. I love it. I love it. I always criticize people for not getting that PC quick enough, so... NoFun's definitely heeding my instructions on that front. He's gonna need the money for Fleet Cap 145 at some point, but there it is. And that's gonna be a lot of skins. I wouldn't actually show like this. I think that's a bit of a mistake, but... Because you don't want to just show with like the one sand skimmer and reveal that you're attacking. Ooh, yeah. I don't agree with that, but that's alright. He's gonna see that it's SC first, and he's gonna see the positioning of that support cruiser, and now he'll mount his attack. And so even if he doesn't get a whole lot of damage done, at least he's stopping his opponent from being too big. Wow. He's just gonna go for it anyway. That's risky. That's really, really risky. You can start losing salves now for that sort of thing. Second PC finishes. And this poor LAV is going to be like, oh, that's a bit more than I thought I was coming into. There's a lot of sand skimmers right there. And again, the carrier chose to leave, so there's not really any defense on the main here. Just a bit of ALM spam to try to defend, which is not the most convincing. We do have sand skimmer armor getting teched, which is risky, because again, AVs, right? You need the railguns when those come out, but that's a salvager kill, and I reckon we're going to see more, but NoFun for now is going to back away, he's going to regroup and let his guys heal up a little bit. I appreciate that. He's got that 2 PC, so there's going to be more coming. Just needs to make sure he gets, like, something to answer the AVs, because they are going to be coming. 1-for-1 trade there, that's totally fine for NoFun. Indeed, by, like, army percentage, that's actually better for him than it is for his opponent. But AVs are done, and still no sign of railgun tech here. It's gonna actually be ref, but oh, okay. He's gonna try like the fake out play. But the AV counterattack can be brutal, so you need to be careful there. This could work though. This is kind of like vanilla style. I like this. We haven't seen this kind of played for a long time. Wants to probably like get that second RU salve here. Oh yeah, look, he's already done it. Man, when he's on it, he's so good. I like watching NoFun's games. Sand skimmers are streaming down the field here. Bit of awkward wreck blocking going on there, but he is going to just be able to kill these salves. There's nothing that can stop this. LAVs for Puppy chose to like go on the aggressive instead. That might work for him because he has the AV to defend, but like this many skims will kill an AV. NoFun doesn't seem to be aware of that, but he is going to go for the railgun fab now, and that'll keep him safe. And I think he wants to just bring these skims back for the defense. And it'll probably be heavy rails. I mean, you know that it's AVs coming out, but there are quite a lot of LAVs on the field too, so we might see some assault railgun play here. That'd be fun to watch. Bit of a spicy unit, you know. LAVs here hit the base, but the sand skimmers are not far away, so I don't think they're going to get the sort of damage that Puppy is looking for. Base runner heal, indeed, going to be used to try and keep that salvager alive. I love these plays by NoFun. And here he comes with the sand skimmers. And I think that this is a pretty even fight, so he's going to be able to ward his opponent off there. And he has the frontline production too. He's floating a lot right now. He needs to keep building, but he should quite easily be able to hold off his opponent there. Check the production tab and see if it'll tell us what he's making. It is! It's an assault railgun, yes! Now, assault railguns, like I always say, they counter Strikecraft and they get countered by Strikecraft, right? They counter armor, they get countered by armor. They counter rails, they get countered by rails. It's all about how you use them. So, I really want to see what NoFun can do with this unit. It's a fun one, it's a spicy one. Really nice scanner coverage, by the way. He's going to know if he's getting attacked over on this flank, so that's pretty good for him. $404. How do you end up with 4 CUs? Maybe he retired a salvager, I don't know. That seems unusual. Well, Skims of the Assault Railgun gonna take a very, very convincing fight over here. That's gonna be a wipe on all of the remaining LAVs. At least he trades out for that one, so that's nice for him. However, the AVs are here, and this Assault Railgun is moving to a very dangerous position. Needs to be backing away right there. NoFun might stand to lose. Oh, this is a heavy railgun too. Oh, I'm amazed that Puppy didn't jump over to kill that thing. That was in a bad position. One heavy, two assaults, a bunch of skims. This is a pretty nice composition for NoFun, but it's at very unfortunate terrain because this hill is going to take forever to get over. I might build like one more heavy and stick it up on this hill and then try to do like a flanking maneuver over here. It's going to take some time to dislodge this, and in the meantime, you know, we've got 3 base getting set up here for Puppy, and I wouldn't be surprised if we just see Battlecruiser Fab get clicked on again. These two kind of biting off a bit more than they can chew, though. They're going to get punished for that, with about half of this guy's health going down, and he just falls. Yeah, that Sunder ability is so powerful. This one did not have the armor break on him, so he's going to be much more survivable. But NoFun getting too close again. Like, these AVs could jump over and just kill off these railguns right now if they wanted it. Not gonna go for it, though. And NoFun gonna make it happen. This madman. It's crazy to push your railguns out, like, on top of AVs like this. The damage just doesn't agree with you there. Right? AVs have a much, much higher DPS against these targets, so you want to be fighting them from range. That's the advantage that you have. So again, he needs to like go around here where he can get to this low ground. And these AVs have just been so annoying for Puppy. He was able to pull this off last game too, right? Really made this play with the AVs look so convincing, his opponent just couldn't do anything about it. He is back on his base now, for what it's worth. I'm not sure if he actually... I think that Puppy might have line of sight, but no, it doesn't look like he does. But he's just making more AVs. He's like, hey man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? Nice smoke, by the way. Cuts off all of the railguns there so he can just focus on the sand skimmers. But like, NoFun has got to go around. He can't fight this just driving right over the hill like that. Okay, now he's finally starting to get an idea, but the AVs are going to jump up on top and they're going to start hitting these heavies. This is why I said you need to kind of just station one back here, or maybe here would work as well. Fighter and Gunship Fab going to come on the queue for Puppy now. He did get Railgun Fab, which is a bit awkward because it doesn't look like he's going to be using that, but... Oh, NoFun! It's frustrating to see him spend so much time just, like, not clearing this jam here. Finally, he's going to try to mobilize the carrier. That tells you he's getting kind of frustrated here. Let's check the units lost tab. Actually, it looks pretty even there. Smoke's going to be deployed as the AVs attempt to get up on top of these railguns here. Oh, hey, it's Creeping Pollution. What a name. Any mods in chat can ban this guy? Anyway, we're gonna see all the railguns get wiped here by these AVs, and it feels like Puppy could have done this even a little bit sooner, but probably just wanted to be sure he had enough. NoFun with really bad positioning there. He just could not figure out how to clear out these AVs. He's gonna GG out. Yeah, he knows like this is just over. And Puppy takes the lead. Scoreline is 2-1 now. Wow. Okay, let's check game 4. It's gonna be on Kartoba. Yeah. Although it would be cool if you could drive on top of it. Anyway, Has to be done, has to be done. And NoFun's on the ropes now, you know? This is a pretty good map for Saban with those very powerful railguns. And scoreline's 2-1, so this is potentially, you know, this is match point here for Puppy. Would be really great for him to take a win against NoFun under his belt there. I mean, that's no mean feat.
Salvage construction complete.
It's gonna be a ref mode game here. Scanner gonna get deployed in a position where it finally can actually see the base, so that's good. So now if I was NoFun, I would wait to see like if the carrier shows up here, and I might just not even get Sandskimmer Fab. But obviously a little easier said than done. It is gonna be SC first here from Puppy. Looks like he will go for Sandskimmer Fab after all. But even so, I think he can afford to be a little bit more greedy this game, because he knows that his opponent is going eco-focused. You can see that carrier is going to drive out into vision of the scanner. And NoFun will not really need to get any military units for some time. Carrier kind of doing something awkward here. It's sort of pushing its units around there, but... But yeah, now we see that carrier here. And if I were NoFun, I would just go straight ahead to third PC. See what he ends up doing? Excuse me. Macro games always make me yawn, you know how it is. He actually has quite a lot of RUs, like more than he needs. That's a symptom of leaving the 2 mining here this whole time. In ref mode first builds, I really like to pull one of these guys off and have him mine over here. And then we can also save the fleet capacity space with one of our salvagers that's not really doing us much. And it's gonna be Railgun Fab. Okay, very interesting. Suboptimal, I would even say. I think that just going for 3 base here is better. But he might want to try and make some kind of like 2 base play happen. Who can say? Who can say? And Puppy is going to be the one jumping up onto 3. Like, that's what he should do, right? Actually, he's getting to 3rd production line. Oh my gosh. Must be planning, like, a lot of LAV aggressiveness here or something. But, yeah, NoFun's going to be very slow on the 3 base. He's just now starting his PC. Well, just now starting. He's, like, halfway done. But still, he's pretty slow here compared to the 3 base of Puppy. Support cruiser actually took some damage from the death packs, which is kind of funny. Honor Guard cruiser Fab coming out for NoFun. That's pretty early. But, you know, it has been a pretty slow game so far, so I guess you can kind of get away with that sort of thing. We still don't actually have any tech at all for Puppy. He's gonna go for that assault pack now. But the problem with Honor Guards here is just that your eco is very weak compared to your opponent, and so, you're not going to be able to have anything to, like, support it. And I'm not saying it's going to get killed by LAVs, but I mean, it's possible, I guess. But most likely it's just, you know, this Honor Guard will pop out and it won't really feel like the Kingmaker on the field that just makes everyone else die. Which is probably what he's hoping for it to achieve. Really bad focus fire here by Puppy. So NoFun is going to get through for that scout. And he's going to see no tech, which is probably not what he was expecting. But yeah, there it is. A couple assault railguns are done here. Sandskimmer's getting a little bullied though, he's gonna want to keep building more of those. And these guys mining would also be helpful, but it looks like he's actually gonna have to evacuate. He had just opened that wreck, to be fair. Whoa, really too early to pull off of second base, though. Oh dear.
Hostile contact on the board. LAV weapons upgrade complete. Awaiting orders.
Vehicle damage 2 is coming out as well. That's gonna be an honor guard building, though, right? I don't see any light blinking at all. I thought the railgun light would blink when honor guard is building. Anyway, trust me, that's an honor guard.
Upgrade complete. Ready update. Ready.
And so, you know, that might be able to say no to the LAVs, but you really don't want to be pushing right now. You need to wait for that honor guard to spawn.
Skimmer on approach. Enemy contact on
And Puppy has a few LAVs, you know? I mean, that's fair to say. That's a lot of triangles on the map.
Salvager.
That's a lot of triangles.
Enemy contact on sensor.
There's the honor guard, though, and that's going to change the dynamic on the field. Again, though, it's not going to be just like, oh, it's game over now because there's an honor guard, right? And these LAVs might actually just kill it here. Oh, no. Ooh. Sometimes I don't like predicting what's going to happen that well. Ouch. Look at this freaking captain over here. Well done, my friend, well done. Well, that's not good. Again, that's the problem with just going straight for honor guards when your eco is weak, right? Is that they don't really have any support behind them. Jetpacks being used. That's kind of almost depressing. It's a bit forlorn, right? Like, you know this game is over. Yeah, and NoFun's gonna GG out, man. And Puppy's gonna take him with the 3-1. Really great series there, and a surprising end. I mean, you really would have expected that NoFun is going to be Puppies, but... Or, sorry, NoFun is going to be Puppy. Doesn't have an S on the end. But Puppy is going to take it, and that's really good for him. That's going to have him moving on to the lower bracket finals. That's crazy. Well, we're going to have to see what happens when they play that much, but thanks for tuning into this one, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one.